Hey everyone, it's the Chaplain here coming to you with a little bit more of information that you need to know about the BBR St. Louis tournament that is coming up in just 19 short days. It is Monday night, the last day of February. We have just 19 days until BBR St. Louis number 2 takes off. So this video is going to share with you some of what I'm calling tournament etiquette. This is going to be a fairly basic video. I'm not really sure the length. A few things I want to share with you. First and foremost, being a pastor, being a believer in the Bible, I like to read the Bible. One of my favorite things from the Bible is this really short and simple phrase, and I'm going to equate it to tournament etiquette. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's pretty much basically it. If you don't want something happening to you, don't do that to someone else. Along with etiquette, I'm also going to be sharing some helpful tips so that you can maximize your time, so that you can maximize your gameplay, and you can maximize your experience. First and foremost, the most important thing is that you know the rules. Read the rule book over and over and over and over again. There are going to be helpers. For example, there is a table of contents that will be at the beginning of all of your binders to let you know, hey, if you need to know information about China or Argentina, you just find that in your table of contents, which is alphabetized, and it'll tell you what page number you need to go to. Really simple. If you are unfamiliar with the rule book, familiarize yourself. You have just under 3 weeks. Know the rules. I don't want to hear, and your opponents don't want to hear, and your teammate doesn't want to hear, oh, I didn't know you could do that, or, oh, I didn't know you couldn't do that. Know the rules. Next, plan ahead. Make sure that you are utilizing your downtime to plan ahead. For example, when it's Germany's turn, if you are Japan, or if you are the US and it's early war and you don't really have to pay attention much to what they're doing, be planning ahead. Be strategic. Bring something to write on. Bring some pens. Jot a note on your phone. When I was in Atlanta, I wrote on a paper plate. Sorry for wasting a paper plate, but I had a Sharpie and nothing to write on. Just write down your thoughts. You know, I want this sub to go here. I want this plane to go there. I need to move this entire fleet here. Plan ahead. This will help you utilize your time so that, oh, hey, I'm on the clock. What am I gonna do? You should already know what you're gonna do because you are on the clock. The next thing is to communicate frequently. Do not be like Hitler and Tojo. Strategize, plan, communicate. Hey, did you see this? Hey, did you see that? Make sure that you and your teammate are communicating frequently. Make sure that you guys are on the same page. Make sure that you are ready to go. Hey, I thought you were going to do this build. Yeah, I kind of changed my mind. Okay, cool. Then you talk about it for a second. Also communicate with your opponents frequently. Hey, I'm going to try this, help me keep this straight while I move these 400 pieces around. Communicate. I honestly don't believe there's such a thing as over-communicating. Some people think there is. Communicate, and communicate frequently. Next thing, everyone has quirks. Before your game, discuss some of your quirks. For example, I don't ever like shaking a single die in my hand. I will always shake at least 2. But if I'm only dropping one, what if I accidentally drop the other? Some people don't like that. They don't like the risk of that. So I just don't do it. Express your quirks. If you're one of those people that needs to have a damage marker underneath your battleship every time it gets damaged, I would suggest maybe you just tip it over until the end of the battle, because speed and time are not your friends here. They're not. Well, speed can be your friend if you've planned ahead. Yes, I'm gonna do this and this and this and this. Boom, done. But if you're just speeding through without a plan, you're gonna miss stuff. Speed and time are not necessarily your friends. So make sure that you express those quirks. Make sure that you get that stuff all out on the table. It goes back to communicating frequently. Don't be too picky. Some things can wait until later. You can handle things later, like the damage marker thing. Chipping or restacking your pieces after a big battle or after your turn. If your opponents are okay with it and they're over in the Pacific doing something and you need to restack your German units, that's fine. Just keep yourself accountable and don't put too many chips in there, because that's cheating and cheaters suck. Don't be a cheater. I have no tolerance for cheaters. Another thing I want to mention is that time management is key. It's in all caps on my notes in front of me, and I wrote it 4 times. Oh my gosh. Time management is key. Time management is key. Time management is key. Handle your business with your teammate. Let them help you. While you're throwing dice, let them take pieces off the board for you. You're at one end of the table throwing dice. You're engaged in this heavy battle. Let them call out, hey, you've got 3 1s and 4 2s, and be there for your teammate and let them be there for you. This is time management. You don't need to walk from each side back and forth to, okay, how many do I have? Okay, and then okay, but yeah, I lost, and then No, I'm going to shake all my dice. I'm going to throw them. All right, I got 6 hits. And he's taking off his hits, and then he throws his dice. All right, yeah, lose the ones, lose the 2s. No, keep a destroyer. Time management is key. Communicate. I am the final say. I am going to confer with those who are smarter than myself if there's something that I don't know. My word is final. If there's something that needs judgment, it will be my judgment. There's a dispute or a rule discrepancy or something to that effect. It comes down to me. I'm the tournament director for this particular event. I will have, like I said in a previous video, I will have Sired and G.I. Joe and Gargantua all available to answer questions, especially while I'm gone for a few hours on Sunday at church. I'd also like to mention that if you are rude or overtly ill-mannered, I'll give you a verbal warning. But if necessary, if it continues, if you keep being a turd, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Don't be that guy. Don't do it. This is just a game. I know that there's prizes and there's ego on the line and there's your pride on the line, but don't be that guy. Just don't do it. I know that you paid to be here, but these are the expectations. If you're a turd, I'm going to make you go lay out in the lawn like a turd. Don't make a party foul by talking about your game to someone else at their table in full view of the opponent's. Valuable information might be shared, and then they might lose and they will blame you. When I was in Atlanta, I was playing Japan on day 1, and I had just met Lieutenant Dan, and he was also playing Japan. I went over and I was talking with him just kind of quietly at his table. His opponents heard what I was sharing and what he was relaying back to me, and they used it against him. Not cool. Party foul. My bad. That's also how I met Pagan. Pagan goes, hey, yeah, don't do that. Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. And then I also want to remind you that there are all kinds of players that are going to be present here, from noobs to serious vets and everything in between. Play your best. Don't badmouth others. If somebody stinks, they stink. If somebody's awesome, they're awesome. Don't be a sore winner or a sore loser. Be kind. This is just a game. I know that you paid to be here, and I know that you have stuff on the line. This is not just a fun getaway. You're playing for purpose. But again, don't be a turd. Just don't do it. I just wanted to remind you that the deadline to register for your room is this Saturday, March the 5th. This is the last day that you can book a room in our block at the Elmwood Hotel to get the $85 a night rate. Please make sure that you lock in your reservation ASAP. Again, we're only 19 days away from the tournament. We have 6 days. 5 days. We have 5 days to lock in our reservations. And last I heard, there was only about 11 people that had registered for their rooms. Please make sure that you sign up for your room. If you don't, you're missing out on a special group rate. Someone sent me a quick snapshot of the TripAdvisor review of the hotel that we're staying at. And yes, it's currently rated at a 2.5 out of 5 stars. But here's why. That's all old reviews. They're currently under new management and have been for about 6 months now. They are an independent hotel chain now. They're not part of a larger chain like a Best Western or a Holiday Inn. They are their own entity. The room that we are playing in is great. It's clean. The hotel is clean. The bathrooms are clean. The rooms are clean. The few that I got to look into, I got to walk through. It deserves better reviews than it has. And it's a great rate. And the accessibility to the room that we're going to be playing in, if you stay at this hotel, is second to none. You don't have to drive a car. You just walk downstairs. This Saturday is the deadline to get your room for that special rate of $85 a night in our block. I think that's all I have for you. I'm the chaplain. I'll be praying for you.